everyone, this is Rick Prokop at Piano Power Lessons. Today we're going to be looking at the 14th piece in the John Thompson Book 1, and it's called The Chimes. And what you have here is a piece that uses the descending scale of C major, from C to middle C, and the right hand is used for these 4 notes, and then the left hand for these 4 notes. And trying to see here, yeah, the thumb is never really used anywhere, actually. So that's interesting. And we'll be able to get through this very quickly. There's not much here. So let me play it through for you. And then at the end, John Thompson mentions that your teacher has told you not to use the pedal. That's the sustain pedal on the right of the piano. And what the sustain pedal does, let me see if I can show you here. And you see these dampers under here, and the dampers sit on the strings. So when you play a note like that, the back of the key is like a seesaw. The back of the key lifts up that damper, see? And now the damper is off the string, and the string can resound. So what the sustain pedal does, the one on the right, is it lifts all of the dampers off the strings, and then you have like a harp until you let the pedal up. So after we learn to play all the notes and be comfortable playing all the notes, we'll be able to get a carillon effect of bells in a bell tower at the end by putting the pedal down and just holding it for the whole piece, actually. But let's look first at what we're going to do physically here. This whole scale is going to be a physical group. So every time we come down that scale, we're going to start with a low point, play 4 notes, then the left hand's going to come in and continue with the wrist going up. So we're going to go down, up, 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 and that'll be our highest point then. And then that happens again from here to here. And then something interesting happens. We go back up to the high C here, and now it's just 2 note groups. So this is the right hand here, and this is the left hand here for these 2. And notice he put LH here. So you have this physical group, then this one, and then this one extending all the way to here. And these 2 physical groups here are covering what are called 7th chords. So this one here is C, E, G, B, and I'll write it over here, and that's called C major 7th, and that's C, E, G, B, and that's a fancy 1 chord in the key of C. In other words, instead of having C, E, G, you have now C, E, G, B, which is more of a jazz chord. And the one preceding it is D, F, A, C, which is called D minor 7th, and that's a fancy 2 chord. So here's D, F, A. That would be our normal 2 chord in the key of C, but now we've added the 7th, so that's called D minor 7th. So I'll write that over here. And you could write it as D, M-I-N, 7th. Some people just put D/7 for D minor, for minor 7th. So this is D, F, A, and C. And what's good is he has the stems going up to identify the right-hand notes, and then the stems coming down to identify the left-hand notes. And that happens here again, okay? Here, 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 and finally here. And that's also true, I didn't notice, but with the scale, okay? Right hand has the stems coming up all the time, left hand stems coming down. All right, and I think we can go down to the keyboard now and take a look at how we're going to play this. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is the setup of the C scale without the thumb. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2 on C, B, A, G respectively, and then F, 2, 3, 4, 5 on F, E, D, C. And it looks like that. And what we're going to do is start with an up on this pinky here, on this 5th finger, up and then a down. So up, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. And that's your first line going to the first note of the second line. All right, the next thing I want you to do is go back to this position, and we're going to outline the D minor 7th chord, D, F, A, C. And then let's just play that going down. So down, up, up, up. Just do that a couple of times. Get a feel for that. Okay? That's D minor 7th. Now look, so you're using 5, 3, 2, 4, right? Now, for the C major 7th, you have 4, 2, 3, and 5. So let's practice that one. So this would be down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. And when you're practicing, always have the metronome on, you know, so just to make sure that you're playing in time, because you're playing by yourself. Okay? Now let's go back and look at that second line. So first, let's practice playing the D minor 7th, D, F, A, C with 4, 2, 3, 5, and then going to C major 7th with 5, 5, 3, 2, 4. Okay, so just go back and forth from the D minor 7th to the C major 7th. And now we're going to arpeggiate them. So we have down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. And if you want to begin on the downbeat of the second line with this C, this is an up C, so we have up, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. And then we're coming down this scale again. Okay? Then, right at that point in the middle of the third line, the hand position changes, and we bring this whole C major scale down an octave to here. Okay, Okay, so you might want to just practice going from here, finish that, and then just hit all of these notes with the correct fingers without using your thumbs. Okay, or just take this and then lift up your wrists. Keep your wrists really loose when you're moving laterally like this, and then just drop here again. See? So here to here. So watch what happens when we come down that scale on the third line. And we're at a high point, and then we play F and A for 4 beats, and then a C triad with 5, 3 in the left hand and 2 in the right hand. And this is an amen. This is like right at the end, because it's church bells. So you have 2 and 3, and then the C chord at the end. All right, I'm going to play the whole thing for you with the metronome on 88. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. And I practiced that for at least a couple of days. And then it'll get easier and easier. And then you can put the pedal down and you can get the Carolyn effect. So I'm going to play it faster, but I'm going to leave the metronome off because I want you to imagine that you're walking through some town and the bells start ringing in the town. So here we go. And that should do it for today. Thanks again for joining me at Piano Power Lessons, and I hope you have a great day.